Yeah, starting the day off right with 9 new campaigns.
Hey everyone, Jason here, aspiring entrepreneur, and today is another fun-filled day of YouTube video recording. Just finished up a conversion optimization rate video. I think it's gonna be pretty sweet because I actually did a case study for this one from a subscriber. And then as you just saw, kicking off the day with 9 new YouTube ad campaigns. I'm pretty pumped about this test because it's been a long time coming, and it's actually going to be across 12 different campaigns. It's going to be a couple $100 in ad spend, and if you should get to actually the first time I pay for 100,000 views to be driven to one video. But I know I've kind of been boring you with YouTube ads like every other vlog, so today, switching gears a little bit and wanted to talk about team and outsourcing because I recently brought someone else onto the team, making us a total of 3 people with a few on and off freelancers. So I just thought I'd go through the process of how I was able to find this wonderful hire and how I actually saved a tremendous amount of time this time. So I only had to do one interview to find the perfect candidate. It saved me so much time. It's ridiculous how much time it saves. So I want to walk you through that process. And actually, if you want to see my complete process for hiring awesome freelancers on Upwork, I'm going to drop a link to the full playlist and case study in the description. Here, I just want to talk about the overview process of finding a great freelancer and then how to, most importantly, not waste a bunch of time on freelancers who just aren't going to work out or aren't a good fit. So the very first thing, key to success here, is being super detailed with your job description. So what I do with my job description, it's essentially the exact same thing I would give to a new hire to do the actual job. So I write out as much as humanly possible about exactly what they're going to be doing and essentially make it instructions that I would be handing someone who actually starts the job. And this accomplishes 2 things. Number 1, it allows you to quickly figure out who can actually understand the way you talk. And then number 2, it's going to give the freelancers who don't want to do the work a chance to just say, no, I don't want to learn more. And then that's actually really nice. I had a ton of freelancers deny this particular posting because they said they didn't want to do what I was asking in the project. And of course, I didn't take that personally. I was thankful because in the past, I've had a lot of back and forth with freelancers, and then they figure out when they finally understand what I want them to do, they're like, no, I don't want to do that, or no, I'd rather do this type of project or that type of project. So that's key number 1. Key number 2 is the purple elephant. Now, this is my favorite technique. It's something that I started using way back with my first or second Elance job, not Upwork, Elance job. And that is either the beginning or the end, or you can be really crafty and put it somewhere in the middle, is to say, start your cover letter with purple elephant. And by the way, I never do questions. I always do cover letters because I want to see how committed someone is to actually getting this particular project. And you would not believe it. This time around, I think I had somewhere around 35 or 40 submissions, and about 15 to 16 of them did not have purple elephant at the beginning. So what do? You just knock that right off. And so with just one simple line in your job description, you can eliminate 50% of the candidates. And that's the point. You want to hire slow, fire fast. And you being able to eliminate all of those people right off the bat is such a relief. It's such a time saver. And so once I had that, I was with that and and then just going through the cover letters, I could see people, whoever just did a copy paste cover letter, gone. Whoever, did a cover letter but didn't really seem to understand the project or started talking about things that were completely irrelevant to the project, gone. And so by that point, I'd gone from 40 down to 10. So there were only 10 cover letters I really needed to dive into and look at. And so I dove in, I looked at the cover letters. And one of the other things I really like looking for is someone who is really eager for the project. So out of the 10 cover letters that I read, there were 3 people that were clearly extremely interested in the job and really wanted it. Some of them reduced their hourly rate by over half, and others just wrote a really long response or actually went to my website and started making other suggestions on how the project could be improved or how we could improve the results. And so those were the people I actually really focused on. And here's where my process is actually different than most people now. So what I did is I hired 4. So I hired 4, and I hired 4 of them for an audition. So I hired each one of them. I gave them the exact same project to work on, so it would be easy to compare. And right off the bat, one of them was eliminated because they did not understand what I was asking them to do. Suddenly, even though they had pretended like they understood what the project was, all of a sudden when it came time to actually do the work, they started asking 21 questions and it became very clear extremely quickly that they were not going to be a good fit. So then I only had 3. And out of those 3, I got all of the submissions. I was able to see how long it took the freelancer. I was able to see the screenshots of what they were doing. And some people, even on the audition, were browsing Facebook, while they're supposed to be auditioning for this job. Like, come on, really? But the point is, it's more of action versus an interview, right? Because there's only so much you can learn in an interview. You're gonna learn so much more by just diving in and working with them. Yes, it's expensive because you're hiring 3 or 4 freelancers, but I'm telling you from personal experience, after hiring, I don't know how many freelancers, it's going to save you so much headache in the long run. Yes, it's gonna feel like you're paying a lot out of pocket up front, but you're paying to find that good candidate before you have a long-term commitment. And out of those 3 people, I was able to find the one who did the best job and was able to communicate with me the best, and of course, was able to meet the deadlines and ask the right kinds of questions and actually ask questions when something wasn't understood instead of just assuming and doing the project incorrectly. So that kind of does it for my quick little rundown of how to find a really good freelancer. So I hope these quick tips help, and be sure to stay tuned because next week I'm going to be sharing the results of this 12 campaign split test as well as a super comprehensive YouTube ads tutorial. So super excited about that. Go ahead and comment below if you have any questions about hiring on Upwork or Fiverr. And as always, keep building the business you love. Take care.